No insistas en el pasado. No sueñes con el futuro. No insistas en el pasado. No sueñes con el futuro. Concentra tu mente en el momento presente. No sueñes con el futuro. No insistas en el pasado. No sueñes con el futuro. El sol, la luna y la verdad. No insistas en el pasado. No sueñes con el futuro.
It's time for Power Hour.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the stream. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, a little early. I mean, it's power hour. I got plans tonight. And then I believe I'm traveling tomorrow for, you know, the holidays and all that. I'll bring my stream set up, so wherever I go, you know, something happens, we'll be live and stuff, but don't worry about it. Okay, so here's Bitcoin, 12 hour, and Bitcoin on the 4 hours, you can see right above my head, you know, wow, near its highs of this candle. You just, you know, if you don't know, the last 4 hour candle that closed was the second highest candle close in 18 months on Bitcoin. So you could be working on that again until we see a price exceed 37,871 on the close. It's going to remain the second. All right, so just marching on up. Really cool to see, like, the channel, right? You've got Heartline price action where you can kind of see, I mean, there are wicks that draw down, but really all the candle closes are happening at that Heartline. And so now you are, without a doubt, above the Heartline. So you could imagine seeing, I mean, 38,500, 38,400, depending on how long it takes to get there. That's the target if you're going to continue to respect this channel that has just been channel of the year at this point. We're getting there. I mean, it is just on the upside and downside. Why not once again? And what I like about most recently with the price action is the first test, then the second test. Oh, you're going to see what happens when there's a confirmation low at a demand line, what it can turn into. And I think we might be in the midst of it playing out, where, I mean, really, something like this playing out normally turns into much higher prices, the highs of this rally. But we'll see. All right, you know how Bitcoin is a very humbling asset. This whole market is humbling. It can be. So altcoins, many are selling off today, like Avalanche down 8%, Hex down 8%, Sol down 7%, FTM down 6%, Matic down 4%, YFI down 4.4%, Atom down 3, you know, and so it goes on, right? Even XRP down 1.8%. Binance is up because Kraken's getting sued. Coinbase is up probably because Kraken's getting sued by the SEC. So bad for one exchange is good for, you know, one man's bad news is another man's good news. It seems like in the world of exchanges for crypto, that's where we are. Wonderful. Okay. Power hour, 42 minutes till the close. So we got 42 minutes to somehow maybe make, let's do it, dude. Let's just make the highest 4 hour candle close in 18 months. Let's just do it. Also 12 hour. If you closed here or higher, well, if you closed here, it'd be the second highest 12 hour candle close in 18 months. But you're telling me there's a chance. It just depends. If it's a nice power hour, we got a chance. If not, it's probably going to be the way it is. All right. So let's well, hold on. Maxine, could you tell us what's going on?
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Thank you so much, Maxine. Go ahead and blow another kiss to Sam Bankman-Fried. Thank you. Well, here you are. I mean, just... All right. I mean, you're at 2043. You've tested it today. No break, but we understand if there is a breakout with follow-through, which there hasn't been. Nope, no breakout with follow-through like ever since it broke below in May of 2022. If there is one, you know the upside's insane. Like you're on the cusp of greatness. But the event of the breakout has yet to occur, and we're waiting, and you're this close, but it may never happen. You have to understand, no expectations, even when an asset looks like it's about to break out. You're still below the heart line of this channel here. You're right at it, and you're still just below that one peak, right? That was a wick high from February 2021. So this close, man, to greatness. But no breakout. Okay, that's it. We can look at Ethereum and Bitcoin if you want. Why not? Whatever. All right, yeah, it's up today, 0.3%. Still just not much or not near enough of an argument to say that this is truly reversing. I get it. You are at a level, but I think you're below the level. What are you going to do, man? You could just wait. You know, you might miss out on an infinitesimal amount of gains. not longing now, but if you waited for a break back above and then a formal bullish back test of this key level, reconfirming its validity as support, I think you just have a better argument for upside versus just going long now below the support. So if the new data presents itself and it's something where someone can strategize an entry, okay, but not until then. It's just not there yet. I don't. Fine. All right. Bitcoin dominance. Let's look at that. It's been a minute. Nice pivot. We got we got some chat. It's there. It hasn't played out yet. It's still kind of potential, all right? You have extremely valid hidden bullish divergence on the oscillators here. An implied continuation, very much real. You're near neutral on the histogram, meaning, yeah, it's completely developed. So time to go up, time to go rival this high, time to attempt a rally here after the pullback, the very, very shallow, mild pullback, which means Bitcoin's going to outperform soon. That's what this is implying, right? It's like Bitcoin will dominate, at least for a little while, at least for this attempted rally. And that's it. Remember where we are. Wyckoff accumulation, breakout phase E, and we're waiting for 60% eventually. So it's a daily chart. It takes time to get there. But, doing everything, it makes all the sense in the world. Okay? Great stuff. So it just means like either Bitcoin goes insane, berserk to the upside, we see 40K soon, and all the altcoins, liquidity drains out of them and goes into Bitcoin, or they don't really move. They kind of perform and rally if Bitcoin's going to 40 plus K fast, just not as well as Bitcoin. Percentage gains are just lesser. Or Bitcoin reverses and breaks down and the altcoins get demolished, right? Where Bitcoin breaks down 5%, they go down 10, 15 plus %. Those are the potential outcomes looking at the Bitcoin dominance chart, the way it stands right now. If the TA is respected, those are your outcome potential outcomes, okay? What I just said. So, I mean, you're looking at Ethereum, below support, Bitcoin dominance looks good, and it's implied on a daily significant time scale for more upside. It doesn't really seem like a good idea. Like, if you really care about these other charts, the best bet right now is just holding Bitcoin if it's implied for more upside. So I'm just keep it simple. Bitcom, excuse me, not Coin. I say Bitcoin. Bitcom. Doing things. All right, so let's look at, let's ask Jonathan his opinion on the state of the union and all the other things. Jonathan, are we doing okay, man? You learn any new AI stuff? We good? We good, man?
I like turtles.
All right, thank you. Jonathan Nation, 1.39 trillion. Just near the highs, just been skating along the 18-month plus highs, for going on 2 weeks now. I mean, 10, 11 days of just sideways, but still elevated. So I just, even if, you haven't, I would just think like, even if you're gonna like stall out at 1.48, 1.5 trillion, it's just this peak from July 2021, there's still a little bit more upside. So it's like, you'd think if we're looking at Bitcoin dominance and we're looking at, Ethereum to Bitcoin, it would probably be Bitcoin carrying this total market cap next. Again, if the hidden bullish divergence plays out, if it was to continue higher, right? If that was the, one of the few outcomes we have. So, all right. Total sideways, nearly 2 weeks, but very elevated near the highs, 18-month highs, highs of the year. Okay, so let's go to XRP. It's down about 2% today. I just can't get it going, man. Just can't. Based on Bitcoin dominance, it doesn't look like it's going to really be getting going anytime soon compared to Bitcoin. All right, so just sideways engulfing candle yesterday, but like whenever the pivot occurs and you really pivot, you don't just, we're pivoting, but I don't know, we're not really going to keep going up on the daily. Your negative momentum's beginning to build again, so you can't even say there's an argument for hidden bullish divergence yet. But the moment we start seeing a pivot on XRP and we get about, I don't know, 5-10 days of data and you really start losing that negative momentum, then you could say that the hidden bullish divergence is maturing, it's developing really well. It's not there yet. So there's not really an edge on XRP yet, but whenever the pivot occurs anywhere above 48 cents, you'll be getting some hidden bullish divergence. So just a little early. Again, Bitcoin seems like the play. As if you're in the Patreon or in the Citadel, you know that's the play. It was like a formal trade setup on Bitcoin was posted. Was it Friday afternoon? That's the one, because like a lot of the altcoins are like, excuse me, they've run up and they're up 50 to 200% in 3 weeks or less, and they're if you are a swing trader, they're hitting like your first profit taking level of the 3. So after the first profit taking level, they stall out, the exhaustion on less significant time scales, they draw down, Bitcoin dominance picks up, okay, and then eventually they pivot, and then they run again. And then they'll test the first take profit level, and then what you'd think idealistically is then the buyers would break that resistance the second time around, and you'd run to the second target of the trade setup. Like for instance, hold on, sorry, let's see. I mean, Matic's a great example. Down almost 5% today. Remember, like 89 cents was the first target. The entry of the trade setup, right? The type 2 return, the bullish divergence on the 3-day. I mean, we're talking, it was like 54, 55 cent entry. The asset ran to 90 cents in a few weeks. And this is the level where a trader that has a trading plan, right? They have their entry, they have their stop loss, they have their first take profit, they're taking profit. And you can see that it's not perfect, but you are below the first take profit level now. And who knows how long this could draw down. This thing could lose 20%, 30% of its value from where it is right now, pivot around the 200-day moving average, pivot around 60 cents, and it would be fine. It would be just another higher low. As someone could re-enter if an edge ever develops. It's just way too early. It will come in at some point. The hidden divergence is just, you're starting to build negative momentum. Mama Ivy, I think I know you. Can we please get some hype in the chat?
Mama Ivy tipped $100.
I hate not being able to hear it.
Enjoy your night out. Safe travels tomorrow. Winking face.
Safe travels tomorrow. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. Should I bring a parachute, or are parachutes on board? Thank you for the 100. Okay, I might need it tonight. Okay, but really appreciate that. And we will look at SOL. We can look at it now. But I just was making the point, right? Making the point. And we did have a hammer, like an insane hammer yesterday, but you are now having a bearish engulfing candle. Like, you're about to invalidate the hammer with the engulfing. So it's not really the best place to be looking for hammers after, 100% rallies in 3 weeks. It's kind of crazy, but it could have, and it's just not. And you're just paying attention to the Bitcoin dominance charts, really telling the story. So yes, think about just your Fibonacci, right? Keeping it low to high, nice and simple. All right, so a 38% retrace, maybe 40% plus retrace at this point. But even if it went to 68 cents, right, it's in the golden zone. So you've tested the top of the golden zone, a pullback to 618, completely fine. And by then, 200 and the hidden bullish divergence could develop. You get in your first higher low since the entry, since the bottom down here in mid-October. And it pivots, and then we run again, and we come test 89 cents, and you probably break it, and you run the next target of the trade setup. It's just, this is how it goes. It's all about the waves. It's about the waves, man. Okay. Daily time scale, significant structures, recognizable, discernible, studied, researched, We're just identifying them. And when we identify these well-researched, studied, discernible structures, we can manage our risk. And we don't act like we know where it's going next. I didn't know that this was going to play out. Do you understand? Pride, ego left at the door. It's just about high probability outcome. And you have a stop loss set up in case that high probability outcome goes south, because they do. They do. So anyway, all right, Matic down nearly 5%. Let's go to just Sol, knock it out right now. Okay. Down almost 8%. All right, so bearish engulfing candle will be confirmed in less than 30 minutes. Working on your lowest daily candle close since November 13th. And again, if you're looking at less significant timescales, as someone showed in the Patreon today, it doesn't look good. It looks kind of like, all right, yeah, like head, look at that. I mean, after a 200% run in like a month on the 4 hour, this develops. Last thing I want to do is re-enter or add. This is a profit-taking level. So people might be taking profit, maybe based on the lower high than the previous high. The higher high, there was probably bearish divergence here. Of course, there was bearish divergence. And then the drawdown back to a key support ice line. And then a rally. And then unfortunately, on this little scrub rally, we're starting to realize less than before. A little bit of distribution on a not so significant time scale, but these things can lead to drawdowns that will take you to your next level. So if this plays out, which I think everyone in here could understand, yep, that looks kind of like a head and shoulders, bro. Potential slanted. It looks like it's breaking the neckline. It's kind of a crazy slanted neckline. Look at that. I mean, you're kind of like breaking it on this 4 hour candle here. So unless these bids come in soon, I mean, you are on the cusp of breaking a support. And I think the most valid, reasonable next level would be 47 to 48 plus dollars down there. Okay. You see it though, right? 200% rally. Come on, man. Oscillators are not oversold, right? You're close to the bearish control zone on the 4 hours, the lowest RSI reading since October 13th. So we're talking 5-week lows on the 4 hour RSI. Okay. It's a high risk situation for a long, the highest risk area ever. Really, like if it reverses and just runs to $80 next, even if you were going long on this, it's one of the dumbest things you could ever do. It's just high risk, and you keep playing the numbers game. It's not about you were lucky this time. Keep long and head and shoulders that develop after an asset runs up 200% and get back to me. Keep long in these. So maybe it plays all, it just reverses majestically this time, but not the next 100 times. Oh. Got him. Oh, man, what the heck? Ban that scam bot in Discord. Okay, so you get it? I mean, Mama Ivy, understandable that a breakdown here seems extremely reasonable and seems probable, but we'll see. You know how it is. Okay. It just plays into the Bitcoin dominance chart, right? Hidden bullish divergence on the daily, pivoting, its highest low of the entire rally. Uptrend. I wouldn't fight that trend. And it implies everything's about to start underperforming Bitcoin again. Okay. So there it is. Your first level of negative momentum about to be painted and confirmed in 25 minutes. First level of negative Momo since October 16th. Yeah, it has to happen at some point, man. Okay, we didn't look at BNB, which again, one man's bad news is another man's good news in this world today. We're on the Kraken SEC lawsuit news. BNB spiked to $268 plus, saw its highest level intraday since June 7th. still trying to break out. Like you're very close. Like above this is $300. It's all by the levels, right? If this little resistance here is broken, you could safely say the next big level on BNB, 300. Like the movie with the Spartans, okay? Thermopylae. That's it. I mean, that's where we are. Nice day today on a news-driven catalyst and on breakout watch. Have your alert set up because if you hear the beep around 250, let's just say 262, you hear that beep, you're pretty much breaking out. That could give you on the breakout, if it's a real breakout and there's volume and it's not a fake out. I mean, you're talking about 16% upside on BNB. And then above that, probably 330 to 350. All right. So those are your big four. Looked at Sol, looked at Matic, just making a point. We could look at FIL, which is another great example of like, okay, I mean, a pullback going on now is the most normal thing in the world for the swing trader. For the FOMO Moon Boy, it's bad times for you, right? Yes, a hammer, and it got the follow through, but still, you're back testing a key inflection point as resistance now. So that even though you had the follow through, there just wasn't enough demand, too much supply at around $5.46 to break it, and now you're drawing down and you're working on your lowest daily candle close since November 10th. So you're about to, in 23 minutes, if it all stays the same, you will be invalidating the hammer. The hammer will not be real once traders settle up on the daily lower than that candle's open. That's how candles get invalidated. That's how you know. But again, the most concerning thing about it would be an up thrust. This is called an up thrust now, okay, where the price breaks a key level, but then clearly cannot sustain prices above that for long enough. The buyers are unable to, and a breakdown occurs. So that's the action of the up thrust. And now you're getting some sort of confirmation that a level from history, undeniable, it's so real. It goes all the way back to June of 2022. This level is being reconfirmed as resistance for now. Up thrust, back test of up thrust, kind of ongoing. And if there's follow through on this event that is occurring, get out your Fibonacci and understand where the levels are. You've already made a 38% retrace. You almost made a 50% retrace. But it just means that deeper you could go. The 618 is $4. It wouldn't be weird at all to get some sort of 50%, 61% pullback before hidden bullish divergence eventually develops. Okay, remember this asset went up 81% in 25 days. Yep, 25 days. That's ridiculous. That's, oh, okay. The patient man won, right? Entering at a type 2 return of a harmonic, and then they take profit. That's it. They take some of their profit, and then a drawdown will probably occur, could occur. And then a pivot occurs, and then hidden bullish divergence later, but it's too early, you know? Impulse phase. All right. Oh, chat's as dead as always. My God, man, what does it take? What does it take to get y'all going, man? I don't know. Gotta get y'all some coffee or I don't know, man. I had a leg day today. It was terrible. My body is destroyed. So, yeah, man, it's kind of like that everywhere. Even you look at Cardano, right? Humble Cardano. Like you're just at a resistance after a huge markup from holding support. You run to the resistance and it's just you're up here. But it is the most reasonable level for some sort of mild, shallow pullback. It just is. Okay? And when the pullback occurs, a pivot then happens, and then it's a higher low than previous low. And it's like, oh, more than before. But it might be when it goes to 30 cents first. So big runs, then hits levels that would be reasonable, take profits, even if it wasn't a trade setup. Right? It's just an inflection point that goes all the way back to 2018. Yeah, a run like that, you almost could expect a pullback, okay? And it's like that all over. Now, one is not like high. Like this is a different world, man. High is not at profit taking levels, not really. High is already broken out, in my opinion. And I think we're just on markup watch, like where the price, we're waiting for it to run to 5 cents. I don't know how long it'll take. I don't know what day it'll be, but this just looks like, oh, it's pretty much time. We're waiting. Because it's like it put in a bonus low, unlike some of the others, right? They just put in 2 lows and just ran. This one looks a little bit different, and I really like that third low. I like it above the 200. I like it above 2.3 cents, and you're just waiting, man. 5 cent target eventually. I mean, what do you want to talk about YFI for? It pumped and then it dumped, and it's still dumping. So still waiting for a $7,453 back test. That has not occurred yet. Still waiting. It's one of your most significant levels on this chart, period. 18K is another big one, but you never made it. So, right, that swing low from November 2020, swing high from 2022, swing high from December 2022, swing low from March 2023, swing high from July 2023. No one knows, no market participant knows if that level is a support. It must be tested. So I think that's probably what's ongoing right now. Market participants are looking for a back test to see if it's if it's flipped to support, because it could be support or resistance. So let's go test it and let's hold and then start rallying off of it. But you gotta, you can't really be that surprised. Hitting A of a harmonic anytime, man. When a pullback happens shortly after, you just can't be surprised, right? The top of the harmonic is aggressive profit taking on harmonic trading. That's it. So what do you want? That's literally it, dude. I mean, you asked about Wi-Fi. We're looking at it. Let's look for a $7,453 back test to see if it's support or not. It could fail. If it succeeds, if there's a successful back test, the buyers succeeded and they have reconfirmed its validity, but we don't have that yet. So we're waiting for the data, and it doesn't look like it would take much longer, right? Okay, that's it. You talking about HBAR in chat? Yeah, HBAR is doing fine, very fine. You know, this is one that so like unlike FIL and Matic, the buyers breached the levels momentarily for a few days, but they failed to keep the prices above that level. Now in HBAR situation, the buyers broke the resistance zone and then they back tested as support, an engulfing candle. This engulfing candle is still valid, and you were working on your highest daily candle close officially since August 15th. That will be confirmed in 17 minutes. So some good price action here. And staying above this level long enough, the target is certainly 7.55 cents, just that high from August 15th. It's a swing low from January 2021. It's pretty real level. So, but anything above 8 cents though, that's where things could get really insane. I know C, 9.9 cents, right? 10 cents. Just harmonic aggressive targeting, but above that, there's not much there, man. Very, there's just not really a good general consensus area where multiple market participants would have limit sell orders set up. So 8 cents breaking that, there could be a massive markup in price. Oh, what's up, Matt? Dang, man, thank you. Appreciate the kind words. And I know it's a little confusing. I've got a Christmas tree up, but I've got autumn themed base mat overlay. I don't know, man. Like, I'm going out of town for Thanksgiving, so it's like I just like to have all my Christmas stuff up. So when I get home, it's December or near it, and
Appreciate you, Mitch. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Oh, my plant guy delivered something outside my door. Cool. Thank you, dude. I mean, HODL coins, people answered earlier. I don't know why are you looking for attention? If you watch my stream, I don't hate literally an asset that is they're inanimate objects. They're not humans. They're just numbers on a screen. They're virtual Beanie Babies. I can't, it takes too much energy to hate something like that. It doesn't exist, right? I don't know why you would say I hate, there's literally no reason you would say I hate Link. You would say it because I don't look at it all the time. I'm not obsessed with it. I have no emotional investment in it. So that would be, in some weird warped minds, hate. But literally everything's hate and dangerous. Now, please give up your rights and freedoms for safety. We'll protect you. We're from the government. We're coming to save you, man. Yeah, people need to learn words again, I think. People don't know what words mean anymore. So it's just weird. Like, you hate something. It's like, no, I don't. And there's no evidence of that. You're just saying it, and you say it over and over and over. And it's like, cool, dude. Like, try to use reverse psychology. That's going to make me not look at it at all. Now we can't look at Link just because you said these things. You're spreading fake news, right? Sorry. You're a Link maxi or a Bitcoin maxi? Look, man, I think a pretty healthy outlook on crypto should be there's just not really any asset. I mean, Bitcoin has got the track record for holding long-term up and down, right? Not many have the track record at all to be able to do that and to continue to get good yield on your money over years. We look at the altcoins as if the conditions are good, if the patterns are there, the context is all right, confirmation lows, ice lines being hit, 88, 95% retraces, 500 plus day large patterns. All right. You got my blessing for holding the asset. Those are the good times to hold the asset.
Appreciate your continued hard work. Would you mind taking a look at SNDL?
What's up, Chris? Thank you, man, for the contribution, the kind words, and we'll look at Sundial. Yep. Thank you. So you understand, like, me looking at HBAR here and say HBAR goes up 200% because of this structural development that is going to be, it's probably really reliable because of the amount of time it took to develop. Composite operator accumulating his position over a year now, okay? So it plays out 200%. You would take profit. You would, as a trader. You take your profit, you conclude your own campaign on your own portfolio, and then when you take profit, one would then take the money that they made, the P&L, and then they would put it in another bank account. They would take it out of their trading account. They put it in a bank. That's what you do with altcoins or any stock that you're trading, right? That mentality. But to like, oh, I'm just going to hold HBAR, let it pump, and then dump. You don't have a plan. You can't have faith in HBAR as a long-term investment, bro. Yeah, great return on your money, trading at the exact same price it was trading at 3 years ago. Not a good investment, but if the conditions are favorable, if the patterns are there, if the context, the retraces are good, fine, let's trade it. Let's have position trades that take weeks, maybe even months. High reliability, but that's it. That's as far as you go with crypto altcoins. There's no hate there. How can you have hate if that's your mentality on every single crypto? If the pattern's there, if all the variables line up, we got all the, ingredients to bake the cake. Okay, let's put it in the oven. Let's see what happens. Low risk? Psh, speaking my language. There's no hodl HBAR. No, track record proves that's bad. That's stupid. Trade it though. My God, it's set up for 200% upside in the coming months. By the looks of it, geez. 16 cents maybe eventually. But then you better make sure what we're talking about, profit taking. It doesn't matter. It keeps going up. Congratulations. We just continue hitting the space bar on all markets looking for the same setups.
JS super chatted $30.
Oh no.
GDX/goldensil/zag please. Miners are hated now, and
I don't know who hates the miners.
The actual
I was
metals.
looking at a few of them today myself, looking at the watch list, and it's like, unreal. Like some of them look impeccable, like kind of like these altcoins set up. Like stupid amount, too much time. So some of them look terrible. Like, nope, there's nothing here.
Can we check out Shiba?
KLBZ, thanks for 15. Yes, we will look at Shiba Inu. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Is this the next request? Yeah. I think we only had one request leading into the chain of the contributions. Sundial for Chris. Let's look at it real quick. Let's get it going. Ooh, oh my God. Great, man. You already see the M shape. It's there. The spring back test unfolding before our eyes at this moment in time. Incredible, dude. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't know, and now here it is. It's a bat pattern. Got yourself a little bat. Perfect 886. All on the money. And the context is brilliant because it's lined up with the support. Look at this. This is stupid. This is like, oh my God, we're doing a trade setup, right? I mean, like, you would have a stop loss somewhere below 138, 135, and let it ride. You got the two lows here.
I need you to look at Elephant for me. The chart was not perfectly balanced, as all things should be. I put a stop to that and dumped my massive bags.
Amazing.
But now this shit is trying to break out again. What the fuck? Please tell me my TA is off. I see lower highs, but also higher lows. My head is spinning. Can't make sense of all the colorful bars on the screen. And now the DMI is threatening to cross bullish on the daily.
Dang, man, they're just thanks, Thanos, but dude, you're long an elephant coin. That's your first problem. Like, congratulations, you go to the Lotto Center. Maybe we but like, I'm looking at an asset that has it is trade setup worthy. Now, if you can't see, it's tough because you're a little off. So we're looking for 3-to-1. How do you go 3-to-1 and strategize with the reasonable stop loss below this level here? I mean, you might have to not sell it at 196. You might have to, and that's such a real level, man. Like, you could either have the stop even, like, you really risking your biscuit here a little bit. If you want a 3-to-1 and take profit at the best level, 196, you'd have to have the stop loss at 139, which is like pretty freaking tight, man. It depends on your risk appetite. Like, it's such a real level. Look at the swing low 2022, swing high this year. I mean, that's a good target. So how do we make it 3-to-1 barely? But your stop loss is like at the support. But here's the thing. The long in this situation is based on the events that have already occurred, where the buyers have reconfirmed the validity already. The action has occurred. So you're just going long now because they have defended the level and they have reconfirmed this old all-time low from history as support again. It's happened. So you're like longing that. So having to stop like at 138, 139, it's not like crazy bad. I mean, you know, if your stop loss is getting triggered, that means like the spring back tests that have occurred already failed. And it's like, you might be screwed then, just right? I mean, that's kind of thinking out loud here. And then easily your second target, you could be the top of the harmonic, or it could just be this high from January, you know, whichever one pleases the. You could be really conservative, 1 and 2, and that could 245 could be the exit. Or if you want to say, I want to stick in it a little bit longer, candle high close at 313, you can have it like that. You know, like, you got critical thinking here. You could wait for a pullback and try to get a little bit lower entry if you're lucky, but dude, that's serious. Like, this type of price action, what precedes it normally are major markups if they're real. So you are witnessing a spring back test that has already occurred, but it just happened. And that was a great contribution.
For my request.
For Chris. From Chris, excuse me. Thanos, thank you. We'll go to Elephant Coin, dude. I mean, like, there's no, like, I'm just telling you, there's not really anything to do there. It was like this, it didn't stop for, 6 months and then it crashed. And it's like, okay, that's the last time I looked at it. So this is a way you could have a looser stop, but you wouldn't be able to take profit at 196 because it wouldn't be a 3-to-1. And you're always looking for that 3-to-1, okay? So you got to bear with me on Sundial here that it's not perfect, but you are literally longing the event of the technical indicator, the springback test, but it's a harmonic that has completed, and it's all happening at an old all-time low from about 3 years ago. So that's like the argument. I am the trial lawyer. You are the jury. You could say yay or nay, guilty, not guilty. Guilty would be like, I don't know, I'm a trial lawyer. I guess I'm the prosecutor. I'm prosecuting this as a reasonable argument for managing risk, not being right or wrong, or it's going to play out, right? You see what I'm saying? It's risk management. So, I'm a prosecutor. That means, like, if he's guilty, it's a valid trade setup. All right, there you go, patrons, Citadel members. We did it live, so for everyone watching the stream, we all could win. All right, just a way. And so you don't have to take action on this. No one has to take action on this, but this is the stuff you're looking for. These are the things these are the levels on any chart, on any market, on any given day. You're looking for the exact same variables to align. You get it? Universal, like math. Wonderful. So even if you aren't going long, you're not going to try to take a position in this, fine. At least use it as a moment to reinforce what you already know, or to take it as an educational moment on, oh, okay, now the thought process, right? You're getting value out of the stream. Wonderful. You have limited time. Try to make your time... I mean, I take into consideration your limited time. Sorry. I could chug a gallon of orange juice. Does anyone want to see me chug a gallon of orange juice like Badlands chugs? Come on, dude.
Look here. Look, listen.
All right, GDX to gold miners, 2 gold spots. You want double topping, maybe? I think the real ones understand the intent of this stream, okay? There's no ego here. This is to help you if you want to learn by the book, right? And all these things that I've learned are from geniuses that researched it. They researched these things. I've just been a student of their research for 14 plus, going on 15 years. That's all I am, right? I am not anything. I'm just a conduit from them to you. That's all it is. Okay, so the gold miners look like that's a double. I mean, that's like a high and a slightly higher high with very, very real bearish divergence going on, implying a reversal to the downside. That's all I kind of got on this. JS. Miners are hated now. I mean, like, so you've broken out. Like, it looks like a range was broken out once and now twice, but on the second attempted breakout, like, exhaustion is very apparent on the chart. So that's not really like, oh, I can't wait to go long on an asset that broke out for the second time and it was a slightly higher high. The slightly higher high indicates exhaustion. Like, there's just a few more market participants and you're exhausted here. I would say wait for a pullback, because I don't know if this 25-cent level is going to hold. You are broken out though. Just it's look, it's like bearish dragons, right? Look, I mean, that's like, you see it. Okay, there's the foot. There's the second foot, the spine. You get it? I mean, it's almost like, it's like a beautiful dragon pattern. Like, you don't want to go fresh long on anything like this. This is where people might take like low risk shorts. where they have a stop loss set up above this 25-cent level and they let it ride on the bearish divergence that it implies downside. But again, it could fail, and that's why stop loss is important. All right, chat, we have a new day. A new day on Bitcoin. We did it, man. We made it. Power hour has concluded. And that's it. Okay, GDX to XAU. That's all you got. Hey, man, it could fail. I'm not saying it couldn't fail, but it is got the makings of a short-term reversal. May not happen. All right, SIL to XAG. So the silver the silver miners to silver spot price. Okay, kind of the inverse here. Or yeah, like exhaustion on the downside, because it should have been. Yeah, SIL. Okay. I mean, this thing is destroyed, right? All it does is get wrecked. Wow, so there's this like all-time low back from 2011.
Badlands chugs. His bars are fire. His chugs are haywire. And my wont to short elephant is dire.
All right, Thanos. All right. Your FOMO on elephant coin is inevitable. I think that was one of the lines in the movies. So yeah, you see the divergence in silver miners. That's the one. I didn't look at gold miners. I looked at silver miners today. And yeah, the divergence here. I would believe it that silver miners are about to outperform silver spot price. That's what's being implied. One low, the second low here. And then locally here, you've got the I think, yeah, it's like implying reversal to the upside next. And I would believe it based on, well, I'll just show you one of them, okay? Just one. Bro, look at this. It's crazy. GATO. You're in an uptrend, and a correction occurred in the uptrend, and here's your 3 rising effing valleys. I mean, in an engulfing candle today, kind of a breakout. Look at this level. Like, you have broken out. That's a breakout. 578 was the all-time low from October 2020. You broke it with a candle close today. Hello? You see what I'm saying? This is a miner, a silver miner. So wouldn't you imagine that this will outperform silver spot price? No real technical developments at all in silver. It's kind of garbage. Beautiful. More than before. Composite operator. He's been accumulating this, and it looks like he's getting ready. All right. Easy target of 747. But this could manifest into something even far greater. A gap fill all the way up at like $10. Imagine. Just pay attention. So I'm glad you brought up that, JS. Thank you, man. All right. Let's go to Shiba for Kelvz. Very nice. I just like, no, any words? I see Pooter did a couple emojis and no words at all. Not one piece of chat to say anything about GATO. Your loss. Whatever, dude. Let's go to Bitcoin because Logan on the 8 is top of the hour. And here it is. This is what the daily candle closed at. It was the second highest daily candle close in 18 months. The second highest daily candle close of the year 2023. That's what happened. Still have not taken out that pesky November 15th high. That's where we are. All right, Jameson. He loves the gatos. The gatos. Sounds like a rapper or something, right? Okay, there's your Bitcoin. Now we'll go to Shiba. All right. So, the reaction... Type 1 return. The last times I've looked at this asset, I discussed what I'm about to discuss again, where though you may never see 700 again, that sucks, bro. But if you do, it would be one of the most reasonable low-risk entries you could ever dream of. You would be in REM sleep, having a lucid dream, and you would be going long on an asset around 700. If you were blessed enough to receive the type 2 return, a formal bullish back test of the bottom of the trading range, it would be a work of art. It would be NFT worthy, worth an entire effing Ethereum. It's so special. Okay. You're right. The type 1 return, the reaction of the M shape, it went pretty deep. But we look for the type 2. The type 2 return is the lowest risk for a fresh long. You're just still in type 1. It looks like the conclusion of a type 1, but you never know. It could just keep going. I mean, anything above 766 long enough, you're thinking 1300, the top of the trading range. But trading is not about just longing because something, it's like, hey, look where it is. It broke out. Trading is about patience and waiting for the price to come to us. We're looking for the same things on every chart, every time, if we can help it. They vary, like here and there, 3 rising valleys, harmonic. There are different ways to trade different patterns and stuff. But in this certain situation on Shiba Inu, since this was a formal request from Kelvizi, we would be the most blessed with the lowest risk, most optimum entry ever, and a stop loss. The closer we get to 700, okay? That's it. That's where we are. All right. So elephant coin, chat. Elephant coin, we're going to look for the chart. Hold on. Last request, thankfully. I guess. I mean, right? Is that elephant coin? Pancake swap? Is this the one? Yep, this is the one. Terrible. The scam. It's over. Guess what, Larry? This is my opinion here, but that was the blow off top. Do you see the vertical line I have plotted? The blow off top. The blow off top, right? The conclusion of the stupid parabolic run, the major drawdown, and this is the attempted rally, which they almost always happen. And so far it's been garbage. I mean, look, and maybe it's going to keep going, but that's a lower high than the previous high, so less than before. I just, even if it like kept going up, you got to understand how many charts have we looked at today where I'm trying to show you the best entries. And then we look at elephant coin, elephant money coin. And this is just not showing the variables, the context, the area, nothing. There's no value, nothing. There is nothing to do as a traditional swing trader on this asset. There's nothing. You look at it, okay, I have thousands upon thousands of other assets I can look at. Spacebar, move on, don't care. Why do you care? That's the question, Thanos. Why do you care about elephant money? Just wondering why you care. Roll Tide, by the way. I mean, my alma mater, where I went to college, the Crimson Tide, the elephants, like, okay, love elephants, man. It's my favorite animal on the planet. But this is not truly an elephant. This is a virtual coin, and they named it elephant money, okay? Big difference from our favorite intelligent mammals, okay? They're different. And this is not, there's no makings of a varsity athlete. We'll just play it, you know? I mean, it was a varsity athlete. Congratulations. But,
when I was young, he told my girl cousins I would never be a varsity athlete, and frankly, that was a tremendous blow to my self-esteem.
That's elephant coin. And then this is me too, elephant coin.
All I know is you never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
That's it.
When I was young, he told my...
Over here.
Dang it, dude, hold on.
Gabago.
There we go.
Over here.
But then I get it. Then Crypto Thanos is going to be like,
Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no!
he's got a point. You know what? All in elephant money. All in. Well, that's it, dude. I mean, again, we're looking for a certain set of variables here. This doesn't have it, and there's nothing you can do to make it exist. Okay, it's fine. Let's look at the S&P real quick. You know, got to get out of here soon. Incredible. What a run. Hit that 2021 high. Exceeded it even intraday. Here it is, right? You see that high from September 2021? tested it and closed at it, if not a few cents above it. We're nearing the highs of the year. One of your highest daily candle closes of 2023. One of your highest daily candle closes since March 2022. Very strong. So many gaps. When's it going to end? No clue, man. Hard to fight this. Okay. Just remember though, is it really the S&P that is appreciating value, or is it more like the S&P 500 is doing its thing and what it's paired to, the US dollar, is literally collapsing? I'm not talking about the DXY. I'm talking about your fiat purchasing power is legged down dramatically. And so the cost of everything for you, the consumer, the services provided to you, all of it will continue to rise hardcore. And you come back to me in a year and tell me how much your 100K sitting in that bank account's worth. It's going to be worth a lot less. And then the year after, it's going to be worse. Because the money printer not really stopping. They're going to continue taking on debt. They're going to continue printing money. It has to happen. So we're in a dynamic now. We're in the end game. The debt, this is kind of the end, right? I mean, when the debt starts going exponential like this, if you've seen the chart, it's really scary. And I have no idea how or when it's going to end, but it's getting to freakish levels. So hard assets, man, including index funds. What? Okay. Incredible. Pump the stocks, man. There are a few like down there in the basement, the smaller caps that are developing. Here's your is the dragon. The dragon went nuts. There was no pullback. There was no gap fill. It was just the dragon. Okay, nice. Dragons hit its second target. 786, right? Shoot, man, exceeding the 786 today, heading to the 886 at 35.3. You're just back at this major inflection zone, Larry. Yep, I think your target, I mean, really, where you are, there's just so many peaks, right? It's like either 35.380 or 35.7 after this, okay? All right. Number go up. Miss the number go up, guy. Triple bullish divergence resolved. Tail end bullish divergence resolved very well. Wow, performance great. This is the NASDAQ. We'll look at the NASDAQ, Larry. Incredible. Ooh. So we have achieved the 886 today. All right, there's your shark completing. Now we could, right? If things get insane, 113, right? It's a potential completion reversal area, reaction area. No reaction yet. And again, if it just keeps flying, you got another good target. Again, probably 14,731, which would be near all time. No, not really. Jeez, that's probably, I think, lined up right there. It's a couple highs. 14,500. But yeah, so 886 where you are now for a reaction, or 14.5 for the overhead resistance from history, or the 113 at 14,721. Okay. And then we'll look at the small caps, the IWM that, remember just like a week or two ago, it made its lowest price in 3 effing years on the daily close. And then the next day, reversed. And it's been number go up ever since. 163, right? That was your multi-year low, October 27th. And its number go up. Gaps too, like crazy gaps. Highest daily candle close on the IWM today since September 20th. Look at that shooting star. Doesn't matter, man. And now this demand line, it's a long-term demand line. Is you're back above it. Wow. I mean, there's massive upside above 173. There just is. Like you'd think a minimum of like 188 to 190. At this point, anything above 170, 173 is good. The blessing is there. The TA blessing's there above 173 for upside. All right, they're your index funds, man. And it's kind of like I've been live for an hour, over an hour now. The good news, man, like if you care about Bitcoin, Bitcoin dominance is implying outperformance of the entire crypto market soon. It is implied a continuation on Bitcoin dominance on its incredible uptrend.
Match your Elephant Man coin and raise you Trump to us for you SDT.
That's the thing.
You're not the only one cursed with knowledge.
Oh yeah, is that true? I mean, is that 15, Thanos Jr.? Thank you. You got to meet the minimum criteria, especially for, you know, S coins. All right, like unheard of S coins. So I don't know if that was how much that was. Let's see. What the? Got logged out. Oh, it's so bright, man. Oh no, dude! Come on, bro. $2.80 my proceeds. $3.50 contribution. I can't look at Trump 2024 coin. What you doing, bro? I mean, what you did on the other one was what you should do, right? You like top it off. It's on Mex. Oh, well, dude, why didn't you say so? Let's go. No, anyway, Bitcoin's fantastic. Second highest 12-hour close of the year, confirmed, right? Only second to the November 15th high. But good news, the heart line has been broken on the 12-hour. You are above it. So the target is like $38,500 plus, which equals 18-month highs and the highs of the year. That's the target. And it's been the target since Friday-ish, when we got some sort of edge where it's the 4-hour, but again, risk management. Just identifying an asset on a tear and a confirmation low.
Coin and raise you Trump 2224 USD.
Why are you replaying? That again, this is a new contribution. This is not an extra.
Cursed with knowledge.
I think. Hold on. The heck? Maybe that was duplicated. What is going on? Nah, dude. We can't. I would, but there are rules. $38,500 minimum target just to stay confined within this beautiful channel, this beautiful uptrend. But that is not the target of the trade setup. We went a little bit more conventional on targets on the trade setup, which you could imagine. Well, remember talking about, well, these levels have just been so well respected all year. Well, let's just say F it, and they're no longer, the next levels just won't be respected. I say, nay, they will be respected. It's unbelievable how perfectly respected all these levels have been. So I have high confidence if history just repeats itself and continues to do its thing. I think with 40,600 is reasonable. The candle high close back from January 2021. That's it. Up to 42K. It is not unreasonable. Oh yeah, Lodic, man, maybe, because I logged back in. Weird. Yeah, it did that. You're right. Correct. Oh, believe me, there's not just one profit-taking level. And if we get to the first and second profit-taking levels, I'll probably ping patrons on like what a third potential target could be. 45K-ish. So TH. Contrarian. What's up, Nick? Man, I'm glad I went live an hour early or so. I was letting these things play. I don't know, they take forever. I see it went about... Healer. All right, all right. Okay. It's been a while, man. I haven't been on this one in,
Happy
in a hot
Thanksgiving,
minute.
Mitch. Folks, this man is legend. Can we look and talk about Linked?
Here it is, TH. Thank you, man. So, what happened? What was special about this? Well, almost like an all-time bat pattern. From this low to the high, to the low to the high, to the 886. One time, two times.
HOT/USDT for something to do, please, sir.
Nick, thank you. Yes, we'll look at HOT. So I would say like type 2 return of a like just major overall the whole chart is an M shape on the weekly, maybe even the monthly, type 1, type 2, and now you're running and look at this. Yeah. Look at this, man. Oops, extend this out. A very significant technical development, it looks like, is occurring on the Chainlink to Bitcoin chart, where this level, I think it was a candle high close. No, what is it? It's just like, oh, like one high, October 2019, November 2019. It was a support. It was support. Oh, okay. This is a pretty big level. Look at that. This is a huge level, okay? This was an old trade setup. If you don't remember, the bullish Gartley wedge. I think there was divergence. Yeah, look at the divergence was there. Triple divergence at the PCZ or near it. Beautiful, right? But, you know, look at this. Just over and over. It's been support, so then it went resistance, resistance, and then look, you know, you broke it a few times, but you were back testing it as support. There's not much of an edge, no development of hidden divergence yet, but we do care about the levels. I'm literally showing you a key level from history that is being regarded as support currently. That's as far as I'm going with it. Am I saying it's a low risk, optimum reward level to go long? Not really. But you could see some, like what was occurring before, and I just don't really come to these that much. There's a lot of things to look at, man. You could literally lose your entire soul looking at charts all day, and you'd never run out either if you wanted to. But it is almost like this, okay? It's really close. You know? 3 rising valleys, classic accumulation on Link to Bitcoin. And now, you know, you've broken out, and now you're above key level, and you're back testing it. So if it does hold, you could think 4,600 to 5,300. Okay. If Link to Bitcoin pumps, that means that Chainlink at that current time is outperforming Bitcoin. That's all it means. And they happen. Like, look, it's been outperforming. You know, someone's been accumulating Link to Bitcoin by the looks of it. You know, just whatever. But again, Bitcoin, like, you know, a handful, like not many look like this. Most are garbage. Yeah, most Bitcoin pairs don't look like, oh, there's someone accumulating it. Link's different. Link's performance has been incredible since it bottomed, okay? So you can be grateful if you're a Chainlink Marine that your Bitcoin pair is superior to most other Bitcoin pairs. Altcoin to Bitcoin pair. Okay. Let us go to HOT. How hot is it? Great question, man. Well, this is one of those that was terrible. I mean, it wasn't like I look at this and I say, well, there were definitely better places to have your money. There just were, because there were many altcoins. Again, we're looking for the certain set of variables at the right spot. I get it. This thing made its lowest low in August, and then it lasted for a couple freaking months testing it. Garbage. But it was real. It was very real. No one will argue or deny this thing's been here for years. This trend line, this support, this ice line. The buyers defended it over 2 months of testing. Crazy. And then just went straight up. Those are not really the ones you're looking for. You're looking for, again, this. It is undeniable what we want. Undeniable. The M shape, the 886, 786 M shapes represent accumulation and value. Assets that are falling below and making their lowest low in years are just, I'd prefer to find ones where I can witness a composite operator or a market participant with a lot of influence on these prices. I would prefer to see more than before. It's just my thing. The psychology buyers and sellers, high lows, more than before. Someone's accumulating. Oh, then they're confirming there's accumulation. Okay. I can strategize that pretty freaking well. Okay. But then you go to HOT and it's like, okay, it was at support for 2 effing months. And actually, a couple days before it blasted off, like many other altcoins, it made its lowest effing low. It's just not, and it was breaking support intraday. It was a false bearish breakdown in the end. But liquidity grab, you see what I'm saying? It's not about like what it ends up doing. It's just about what we're looking for. It's a beautiful channel though. This is like, you gotta love it. And you're on breakout watch of at least the down sloping resistance, right? Anchor point 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, almost, another one right here. That's a lot of touches, and you haven't broken it. You up thrusted through it. It does look good, and it looks like 1530 is being re-regarded as support. What's 1530? It's a high from April 2019. You've broken a resistance horizontally, and you are formally back testing it as support for now. As you can see, the outcome of that last time was a run all the way up to 23.28. You could definitely look at that as another target. So it's doing things, but you can see it's confined in its downtrend, but it is on breakout watch. You are very close to breaking this channel. And an asset that looks similar to this that broke out was DOT. You see? You broke it. You're like, it's kind of crazy because it's testing a horizontal line resistance as resistance currently, but it broke the channel and it's back testing the channel as support. It's like almost literally the inverse price action correlation to local levels, like to key levels, right, than what we just saw on HOT. But nevertheless, broke the supply line. The market participants are attempting to regard this level as a demand line now, flipping what was once resistance becoming support. So this is also pretty interesting, but it was pretty garbage, right? Made its lowest low. He did touch supports. Certainly. I mean, no one's going to argue, but it was like touched it, made the lowest low in years when there were assets that were not making their lowest low in years. In fact, they were confirming higher lows than the same lows we saw at the end of the year last year. They were just technically superior assets, and there still are. And these are inferior to the others, no matter what happens next, okay? Because it's all about the structures we look for and the psychology of buyers and sellers. Okay. So that was the last request. So we've been going. This is a pretty business stream. This is a business type of stream. I think we've covered a lot of ground here. And the good news is the one coin to rule them all, its dominance chart is implying that it's about to smoke everything in performance. Whether it dumps or pumps, altcoin's about to get wrecked in performance to Bitcoin if the hidden bullish divergence and the very well established uptrend plays out, right? A very bullish trend. You're identifying a bullish technical indicator. That means it's going to be reliable and it could very well outperform. So I wouldn't be looking at Bitcoin dominance and scoffing at it. I would look at it and say, oh my God, Bitcoin's the one to own right now. That's it. But you knew that if you're in the Patreon, in the Citadel, where the trade setup was posted, entries, stop loss, take profits. And it's up. We're doing fine, just fine. Off the confirmation low on the 4 hour. And look at this on the 12 hour, working on your first level of positive momentum since the 12th. What's up, G-Dog? Wants to see a car company. All right, he's going shopping. Going shopping through the quad into the gymnasium or something. Don't they lose I think, isn't Rivian losing like $200,000 per car they produce? I'm pretty sure that's reality. I read that. But yeah, gotta give it to the charts though. Despite losing $200,000 per car, we got some sort of back test ongoing, right? All-time lows, I think. Yeah, definitely all-time lows. What's he doing? He's like, hey man, that's like a harmonic completing. And you broke out. Look at that run but then the bleed out. And this is what you're looking for on Shiba, right? Remember, oh my God, it's so awesome. And then it pulls back and eventually you get the back test. And it seems like the buyers have reconfirmed the validity of the area that was once a support in January. There was no confirmation that it was a true support. Now there is confirmation there's support. There's an M shape in there. You might be, G-Dog might be anchoring, this is the X point. I could see that. But what will we be getting, you know, if it's like here? Is it a Gartley? Don't tell me it's a Gartley. See, it's too effing shallow. That, because this is not an 886. This has got to be a 786, right? Of course, man. What a joke. Now, if you anchored like this, I get you. You have completed, and that's like a Gartley 886, you know? I get it, but it just probably makes more sense to anchor like this. And it's okay. It's like, why, you know, you ask the question, why would we not be able to get an 886 in this situation? Because far too much demand at a level from history, like an inflection point. So one could strategize along, and their stop loss is somewhere marginally below 15 bucks, around $15, $14.98 or something. And you're just simply playing the fact that the bot, you've seen it, you're witnessing, it's already happened. One test and now a second test. So if your stop loss, you know, around 14.98, it's getting triggered, that means that the springback test that you have identified that is confirmed failed. So no big deal. Okay, you lost, and that's it. You know, you move on with minimal losses, right? But that's a very real level. Can't argue. Look at it. It was resistance, multiple times this year till it broke, and now it's formally support again. So great request. Very good, man. It's the Rivian. Let's see what happens. It's a bat, an incomplete bat, but for reasons that make sense based on supports being regarded as supports again. All right. If things get bad, well, we could see an 886, and that would take you down to 1373. Wouldn't be as cool at that point. It would. I really like what you're seeing here, G-Dog.
Can you
please
you're
hype
take a
king.
look at your
Congratulations, Crypto
Happy
Lawyer.
Thanksgiving.
Thank Gold Knight. Yeah. Yes, thank you. Congratulations to Crypto Lawyer. He became a hype king today. He identified the type 2 return harmonic completion on DraftKings back at the beginning of January of this year. And since then, the price on DraftKings DKNG is up 250+%. So Jesus shines for Crypto Lawyer, the hype king, our newest hype king. Wonderful, man. Chicago pizza man? No. Lawyer man? I don't know. There's good pizza up there. I was informed, but I never really had any when I went up there. So yeah, they're like, you should have the pizza, man. Everyone's like, you should have the pizza in Chicago. It's like, well, it never panned out. Let's go to Euro. Well, they're defending it. Mother of God. You know, after the third peak, the bigger drawdown, or this is like almost a bearish 3 drives that completed, and then 105. It's like one of the most important levels on this chart, the euro to the dollar. Look at this. I mean, it's even further back, I think. Yeah, dude, look at that 2003 valley. I'm kind of surprised to see like how well they're holding it, and it's really rallying. So you're gonna go test this 110 level next. You're gonna have to break all 3 of these, and if that happens, then wow, what could be the next level? You'd think maybe right here. Yeah, that's a very reasonable level. If like this keeps running, you could be having a hard target of 114. As you can see the levels here, the price action correlation. Oh, it's wonderful. That is the target. If this, you know, it is kind of, you know what it really is though? It's so weird. It's a right angled ascending broadening formation. Is it not? I mean, it looks like it. So you could be working on the partial rise. Be looking for a lower high here. Right, this is a horizontal line on the bottom and an upsloping resistance on the top. Right angled ascending broadening formation. It's inherently bearish. So if what happens if the market participants are unable, after testing the bottom of the structure on a rally, if they are unable to test the top
Hey friend, start training boxing and jiu-jitsu to protect those tendies during the collapse.
Thank you, Sol. Jiu-jitsu. Well, you know, I was like all-state wrestler for years. So, yeah, jiu-jitsu, that'd be good to add to my repertoire. Sure. Yeah, it was different. Anyway, so a partial rise could arise in the situation if the buyers are unable to test the top of this structure, right? The supply line that would take you all the way up to 115, which is horizontally, that makes sense. So it doesn't become a potential partial rise until it tops out failing, and then it becomes a potential partial rise when it starts drawing down, but it does not become a confirmed partial decline until the market participants retest this level. And then at that point, it would be a confirmed partial rise. And that is when you have a very high probability outcome of a bearish breakdown. So pay attention. We'll be on the lookout. That's what you're looking for. Where will this take us?
Riot to be.
Okay, where will it take us? So Doobie, thank you, man. Yep. Sure we can be Riot. I'm really gonna go to the bathroom, dude. Christopher B, thank you so much for joining the Patreon, hyping the chat right now. Hear your Jesus chimes, man. Be sure to see the Patreon, the Discord. Thank you. Thank you, dude. Much love. All right, let's see what happens on the era. Let's go to Riot. Thanks for all the contributions today, whether it's Tangia or Stream Elements or Super Chats. Thank you all. And here it is, the buyers defending the level. Yeah, this is not a joke, dude. We've been here. You understand how strong it is now, right? It was good, and now it's ungodly. Now it's like high probability chance of major upside. That's what it's been. That's what's happening. That's what the price action is telling us now on Riot. I would think 1672 easy. Now, yeah, easy, as in like, oh, no big deal, bro. Only like nearly 50% upside, 50% upside on Riot now. You have confirmed a spring back test, which is probably outside of harmonics and type 2s. This is probably one of the highest probability outcomes like you could ever get as a technical indicator. This is one of the most powerful ones that exist. Spring back test, but then confirmation spring back test? Remember, I'll just show you one. Remember that time we had the exact same thing happen on Bitcoin dominance on the daily, and it was identified every single day it was occurring? We go all the way back right here. 1 and 2. The top of the zone, okay, the candle low close, top of the zone, 1 and 2. The spring back test of spring twice, and then it was gone. You get it? So Riot, setting up for much higher prices if what we have identified is real. Okay, Doobie, that's it. Yeah, well, Coin, man, you've had so many chances with Coin. We've virtually been, you know, I don't know. I've been putting up, you know, like shooting fireworks, and it says Coin, you know, in all the local, you know, cities. Coin, classic accumulation, 3 rising valleys, one of the most impeccable looking charts on the entire market. The composite operator there has been an ongoing accumulation campaign by him and them, and frankly, imagine not owning Coin. Yeah, like crazy. Coin legit looks like this right here. Same structure. Yeah, it's up a tremendous amount today. Yes. No one's going to argue with that. All right. So thank you all for coming out. Appreciate the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. It'll be a travel day tomorrow, so you know what that means for the price action. But we have a target here, and again, it's just the top of the channel. Again, 38,400 and change. I mean, that's, if it's just going to continue respecting the channel, that's it. Hard target. Jeez, what's going on? So it's like minimum from where you are right now. They're still like, if it just went straight up tonight, 2.6% upside. Not really crazy at all. Okay. So thank you all for coming out. Please be sure to join the Discord if you haven't. It's free to join. The link is pinned in the chat. It is a great place to begin learning traditional technical analysis. And you're connected to a community of like-minded individuals that all respect the TA. And you get notified when I go live because YouTube will fail to notify you. All right, that's it. So thanks for coming out. Much love. Best community out there. Super grateful for y'all. Super grateful for my team, my mods, and everyone that is in this community. So love y'all. Till next time. Respect TA. And also grateful for no robot stream. My God.
Oh, yeah. Entertainment is the very first, most outer, shallowest skin. And, you know, that's fine, but that's like the orange, how music affects our
I don't know, sir.
My name is JP. I'm a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
I have some evidence Man-Bear Pig could be in this area.
And then, just like that,
Adios, turd nuggets.